Hey, 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 what's up, collective? Specifically, the Divine Feminine Collective. What is going on? All of my beautiful, gorgeous, divine feminines. Doesn't matter your genitalia, it is your energy. So, to all of my divine feminine energies out there, welcome back. I'm Tracy, Ascension 225 Tarot and Oracle. So glad to have you with me today. Love you guys. So anyway, I know we all the tarot readers, including myself, we do readings on the divine feminines and divine masculines all the time, right? We want to catch up to that energy, see what's going on, just kind of dip in and dip out, you know what I'm saying, to get the 411 on what's going on with the DF, the DM, and the karmic. But I wanted to switch it up today, and I really just wanted to focus on the divine feminines of the world, the divine feminine collective, okay? Now, before I continue, let's just go over some housekeeping. This is a general reading for the entire divine feminine collective, right? You know whether or not you fit in that category of divine feminine, right? You know your story, your backstory. So this is just for the collective of divine feminines out there that are doing their things. And if you need a personal reading for your own situation, please hit me up in the About Me. If you'd like to donate to my new channel, I thank you so much in advance. Thank you very much. That is also in the About Me section. If you want to know a little bit more about me, I did a little short video called Intro, 5 Things to Know About Me. Because, it's all about building a tribe, building a family, right? Building like-minded spirits. So anyway, oh, and don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it, especially if you're feeling my vibe. Become part of the Ascension 225 tribe. I'd love to have you with me on a regular basis. Okay. So, I've just been co-creating, which is what we all should be doing, co-creating with the divine as far as, I just started my channel a month ago, right? But I want to be very mindful of what I put on my channel, and it's not just a bunch of salacious, dramatic readings, always reading about the DFDM and the karmic or whatever, the twin flames and stuff like that. I want to make it, comprised of various types of readings that can connect with a lot of different souls out there. My job and my mission is that I'm a healer, a spiritual healer. And so not only do I heal through yoga and meditation, but I also heal through the art of tarot, right? Using my intuition and my spiritual gifts. So, I was at the park yesterday and I just needed to ground myself. I love being out in nature, and it just feels so replenished on a spiritual level once I go out and hug some trees and all that other good stuff, right? Fresh air and everything. So I went to my favorite path, my favorite park, and I was in a really reflective mindset, and I was thinking about, some quality content that I could put on my channel. And I was thinking about the divine feminine, and I myself am a divine feminine, and all the drama and chaos and all that other stuff that you hear that the divine feminines have gone through, especially over the last few years, I feel like I fit into some of that resonates with me very, very closely. And if you're a divine feminine, or maybe a divine masculine cross watcher, karmic cross watcher, whatever, well, not a karmic cross watcher, but if you're a divine masculine cross watcher, then you would understand about the trials and tribulations that the divine feminine and the divine masculine went through when they went their separate ways, right? I don't want to get into a bunch of the salacious drama that's going on. That'll be another reading. I just did one a few days ago, so if you might want to catch up, because I make my own tea cards. But anyway, so I'm at the park and I'm thinking about my own personal journey. My personal relationship did not last the pandemic, and together for almost 7 years, engaged to be married. I guess mainly I was the one who was engaged. I guess they just kind of went along with it. But anyway, instead of speaking their truth. So anyway, it didn't survive the pandemic. So the last 2 years, I really have been on a personal journey of my own. When that tower hits and the shit goes sideways, either you can fight the tower or you can trust in spirit, and that spirit's got your back and that spirit's never going to let you fall. Am I right? So after, my personal breakup, of course, you are balled up in a corner. You don't know what's going to happen next. You feel like, like your heart has been ripped to shreds, the proverbial, can't say that word, proverbial Three of Swords type of situation, right? Maybe some Nine of Swords going on. I don't know at that time. But I trusted in what spirit told me to do. When spirit, when it came to the end of that relationship, spirit said, okay, all right. And my ancestors, because my ancestors, y'all, I don't know about your ancestors, but my ancestors, like my mom who passed away, and my grandmother and some aunties and whatnot, they don't play, okay? They saw some fuck shit going on and they were like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell to the nah. Let's get out the Vaseline, take our earrings out, because we about to fight right now, because this is some bullshit. All right. So when the tower started to fall, my ancestors and my spirit team said, okay, this is what you need to do. Okay, pack up everything that belongs to that person, put it in a neat pile, right? And when they decide to come home, then, they have a time limit and they got to go. They got to go. It's time to clean house. When no more tomfoolery going on, right? And that's exactly what happened. And locks changed, all that good stuff. And from that point on, I really was on a mission. Not only a mission to reclaim myself, Tracy, to reclaim myself and fall in love with myself again, trust myself. That's the journey that I didn't even realize that I would be going on. I thought, oh, maybe, we'll break up and maybe somewhere down the line we'll get back together. Hope, let's keep hope alive. But, as time passed and as spirit continued to give me those downloads that I needed, I really started to think, in that 7-year time frame, I constantly was fighting, for that person to really, truly love me the way I deserve to be loved, right? To love me, to respect me, to hold me in high regard, to see me as their queen, or, something to that effect. But, unfortunately, they were not able to see what I brought to the table. They weren't able to see what I brought to the table, and took the relationship for granted, took me for granted, and totally disrespected the relationship. So it was time for me to move on. And spirit just took me by the hand and gave me as many hugs as I needed, and took me on this journey of awakening, and I know a lot of divine feminines out there, we've all been going, or the majority of us have all been going through this spiritual awakening, right? some of us are at different levels of that awakening, right? Some are just starting. Some are, almost healed. Some are already healed. Some have moved on and have started new lives with new partners and all that other stuff. So it's a process, right? And we're all at different parts of our process of healing as divine feminines. But I just sat there and I thought, what was it in me that let those boundaries be crossed and let myself be disrespected? What was it within me that allowed that to happen? So I had to do a lot of self-reflection, and just listening to spirit and receiving those downloads and trying to hash through my own shit, and I know as a child, I suffered from trauma, sexual abuse. And I think that was part of the problem. Although I had addressed it in counseling and group counseling and with all parties involved, there was still that little piece that I guess that little unhealed piece or space that still needed attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to look at, had to look at that unhealed space, right? Of that childhood wounding. I had to really take a look at it. And to be honest, I'm still trying to figure out how to fully heal that. And I'm hoping that I will be eventually. But I would have to say that I feel like with spirit's help that I'm at least 98% healed as far as that childhood wounding. I don't think I would be the person I am now if I would not have addressed that with, counseling and spiritual guidance and everything like that. And I'm thinking of all the other divine feminines, what was it in you that allowed you to stay for as long as you did? I don't know about you, but at that time, uh, a couple years ago, I did not know my lineage, right? I did not know that I was a divine feminine, oh, and an empress in the making. I had no idea. I knew I was a very spiritual person, right? I knew, I had just in 2019, I started with my yoga certification, becoming a yoga teacher. Then I went on to my 300. And it's more than just exercise, it's immersing yourself in mind, body, and spirit healing, and along with meditation. And so, I knew I was a very spiritual being and I had spiritual gifts. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm a ghost hunter, right? I have my own ghost hunting team. So I ain't afraid of no ghosts or spirits or anything like that. But I didn't know that I was such a divine being. I didn't know I was such a divine spirit until 2020, right? And I'm sure the pandemic, I just say a prayer for all the souls that lost their lives and for their families. But for the pandemic, it opened a lot of people's eyes to what was going on in their lives, right? I mean, it made a lot of people reflect on their lives, look in the mirror, and be honest with some shit that's going on in their lives, and how to heal or become a better person, right? I know that it certainly did for me. And then, as spirit continues, you and spirit continue to co-create with one another, divine femmes, then slowly but surely, you know, all of that garbage from being with the DM slowly starts to get healed, right? And you start purging all of that negative stuff, right? And I don't know about you, but if you listen to the divine feminine, divine masculine readings, there was a third party interference, right? Always the other person. Three's a crowd, right? That swayed the DM to take the red pill instead of the blue pill and go down the karmic route, which is very negative, very toxic. But that's where they're at right now. And all we can do is throw up some prayers for them that they will find their way and listen to Holy Spirit, back to the DFs right now, right? So we've come a long way, DFs, and some of us have been healing for longer than that, right? And dealing with the DM for longer than that, right? I said that some of us are at different stages of our journeys being divine feminines on our way up to empresshood, right? Encompassing all four queens. That's what we're striving to do on the spiritual journey that we're on. So I have a favorite spot on my trail. You know, there's some rushing water, a rushing stream, and I sat by the stream for about 15 minutes. And this time, instead of being on the safe side and sitting on the bench, I actually held onto a tree and I tried to walk down as close to the water as I could. Like I was nearly sitting on the water, right on this rock. And the water's rushing past me, and I'm in a meditative state. And I just feel so grateful. And gratitude is such a huge part of my life on a daily basis now. I mean, gratitude and love really, really help raise the vibration in the collective, right? But I was so grateful of where I am now, because when I look back a couple years ago and where I was, I was a totally different person, right? And to be honest with you, I've been alone these last few years, me and my cats, Marley and Mason, but I have been so internally happy more than I have been in a longer than I can remember, right? Like I wake up with a sense of joy that goes without any understanding in my heart chakra, right? Like I thought after the divine masculine fiasco that my heart would be forever closed, but my heart is full of joy. It's full of love. It's full of acceptance. I mean, I just am so grateful for this journey, or I would have never known who I am. So thank you, divine masculine. I wish you well on your journey, but thank you for doing what you did, because it opened the door for my journey and for many, 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 many divine feminines out there in the world today, right? So you did us a favor, right? Rejection is God's protection, right? I believe that 150,000% now, right? And sometimes we think, oh, another person's going to make us happy. Well, the last few years I've been by myself and I could not be any happier, right? It's just been a blessing in my life. And during this time, I have just been communing with spirit and growing and growing and growing, and started my YouTube channel a month ago, and something that I wrote down in a letter that I was going to do over a year ago, and just reread the letter a couple weeks ago at my yoga graduation, right? And it said, the second item I put was that I was trying to manifest a YouTube channel reading tarot. Well, boom, shakalaka, here I am right now. Here I am, and I'm doing it. I'm following and will continue to follow the voice of my divine, right? That voice right here in your solar plexus that says, yes, do it. No, don't. Hold on, wait. Yes, move full steam ahead. Whatever that voice says, that's what I listen to, my creator, right? And I'm just imploring all of the divine feminines out there that are still out there doing your thing. You're working, you're bringing home the bacon, you're taking care of the kids. You know, you're doing it all in the absence of the divine masculine that you literally saw a future with, right? Like until the end, like ride or die, right? But it didn't work out that way for our benefit, though. So, and the thing is, on my way back from the park, after meditating and feeling refreshed, because water is so refreshing, I saw this elderly woman, her and her husband were they were riding their bikes on the trail. And picture this, um, beautiful Caucasian woman, white top on, and she had her hair was blowing in the wind. Her hair was whiter than the teeth on this t-shirt, right? And it was blowing in the wind. But what struck me was that her joy, she was laughing, her mouth was wide open in laughter, right? Her joy emanated from the inside outward, right? Like it just, ooh, it just engulfed you with this positive, joyous, happy, genuine energy. And I was like, I don't know how old this lady is. I'm in my 50s. She's got to be at least in her 70s or whatever. I want to be exactly like her. That's what I'm striving to be so freaking happy internally that it can't help but radiate out into the world, right? Because we are healers. We are healers. And there's probably divine feminines out there that have different spiritual gifts, right? Other than being healers. But I know for me, I am a healer, right? Just like my yoga class when we first started in 2019, when we had to sign the application, the first question was like, who are you? And of course, everybody's like, okay, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, an employee, I'm an employer, I'm a this, I'm a that. No, 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 no. And what we learned deeper into the study of yoga, the spiritual study of yoga, is who I am and who you are, divine feminines, goes way, way, way beyond any of those pronouns, right? Uh, who am I in here in my spirit? I realized I am Tracy, the healer, the spiritual healer. And through yoga, through meditation, through the gift of divination, it's time to use your spiritual gifts, Spirit told me. Don't be ashamed of your spiritual gifts. Be bold, right? Your intent, and it all depends on what is your intent. My intent is to help heal people, right? Yoga for veterans who've suffered trauma, right, and need healing through yoga, right? Meditation to balance the mind, body, and spirit, and now tarot as a form of divination. And the look that I see on my private clients' faces when I give their reading goes beyond words, because I know that I've touched their heart. I touch their very freaking soul by doing and using my spiritual gifts. So anybody, and there's a lot of people out there who think what that divination and using our spiritual gifts is something of evil. Well, you know what? I don't even want to entertain those folks, okay? We are light seekers and we continue to seek. So divine feminine, yeah. I wasn't going to make this recording, but I was compelled to. And I was just thinking, like I was telling you earlier, I was just thinking, okay, Holy Spirit, I want to come up with a really good, helpful, healing type of message for the divine feminines. Right now, we don't care about divine masculine. Right now, we don't care about the karmic. Let them dwell in whatever they're dwelling in. Cesspool, it sounds like, but okay. But we're over here, okay, where we have peace, quiet, tranquility, right? Right. So I started pulling cards. I started meditating on the divine feminine, and I pulled four cards, and then Spirit said, hello, Lucy, why are you not taping this? And I'm like, well, hello, I don't know, I should be, right? So I turned the cards over until I said what I needed to say, and then I was going to show you these cards. And my question to Holy Spirit was, Holy Spirit, what messages using tarot would you like to give to the divine feminine? What would you like the divine feminine to know about their journey, thus far, right? And I'm going to show you the cards that turned over, but I'm using, I can never remember this deck. Oh my God, my first deck too. I'm using this deck here to pull tarot. And then I would also like to get Angel and Ancestor. This is by Kyle Gray, who is a very prolific tarot reader, empath, psychic, and his gift is that he communes with angels. So this is the Ancestors and Angels Oracle deck, and then the Angel Guide, also by Kyle Gray, to get some angelic messages for the Divine Femmes who need that extra boost, may need that extra boost from the angel team. All right. So that's what we're doing right now. And so let me show you the cards that, before I started recording, turned over. Messages that the divine wants the divine wants a divine feminine to know. And all of these came in the reverse. All of these came in the reverse, okay? I thought this was very, very interesting. So, Femmes, we've got the King of Cups, who upright is a very loving, loyal, trustworthy king who is emotionally balanced, as a good father, a good husband, knows how to give reciprocity. But this came up in the reverse. King of Cups, it can be a nasty so-and-so, right? Very nasty, very unloving. Let's just say unloving characteristics, okay? Whatever you can picture as being unloving, it's this King of Cups. Nasty mouth, no loving spirit whatsoever. Maybe a narcissist, right? Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowing, moving knight in the deck, right? It takes them forever to get to where they're going or make a decision or whatever. This is in the reverse. This is somebody who, I don't want to use the word deadbeat, but this is sort of somebody who's not, making moves, right? Somebody who's definitely not making any moves. They may not even have a job, you know what I'm saying? They may not even have that one freaking pentacle in their hand. So, yeah, this is somebody who is unenthusiastic, has no drive, no passion, no nothing. They're just basically upside down. Right? Let me see if I'm missing anything. Yeah. This could be somebody, like I said, a deadbeat earlier. Maybe somebody who, it could be somebody who's also very materialistic, right? And most times, they want to get the money or the material things without really having to work for them, or want somebody else to get it for them. Or they could be a workaholic, right? Yeah, but this normally is a very stable knight, right? Who really, really thinks before they act. And this is the reverse. And then we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands upright is the marriage card, right? Ultimate commitment, white picket fence, and getting married under the maypoles. Happy, joyous occasion. 1111 also indicates soulmate, right? Some people say twin flame, and of course we know that the divine feminine and the divine masculine are considered twin flame soulmates. This is in the reverse, which means that there's been a separation, may even have been a divorce, a breakup, right? Unhappy household. Yeah, just an indicator of things not going. If they're still in the relationship, any divine feminine still in the relationship, things may not be going very well at all. If you've already done with the relationship, then this is the divorce. This is the I'm changing the locks, mofo, and don't ever come back. All right. Why? Because there was a tower, an unexpected event, right? Unexpected event. So normally the tower, when it is in the upright, right? It is, like I said, a sudden event happening. Like, it doesn't always have to be bad, but it could be that the shit is hitting the fan, right? And as you can see, spirit has caused this tower to fall, and there may be some ancestors or some spirits there, right? And it's not a good situation right there, right? Right. But when it's reversed, it means that, divine feminines, and I can definitely speak for myself, I think we definitely averted, a disaster, right? I mean, I don't know how it was for you to break free from the divine masculine, or, how long it took. But like I said, I was in my relationship for almost 7 years, and it was, I was completely, in love. I was completely bamboozled because there's probably a lot of shit, a lot of secrets I didn't know about. But the mask came off, right? I stopped resisting change, and spirit helped me avert this disaster, right? Because I was delaying the inevitable, because it was written already in the stars that this was going to transpire. There are some DMs out there who did ascend with their divine feminines, right? We're not talking about you guys. We're talking about the divine feminines and the divine masculines that were supposed to ascend together, because they were brought here. It's a spiritual twin flame relationship. They're brought together in this 3D to become like spiritual power couples, right? If not physical power couple, then at least spiritual power couple, right? And growing and ascending, right? But that didn't happen. So, you can only avoid a tower from falling, but for so long. So I've got you guys caught up thus far. All right, Holy Spirit, are there any other messages that you would like to relay to the Divine Feminine Collective? What else would you like them to know, Holy Spirit? Let the cards fall where they may, Holy Spirit. That's fine. A few more shuffles with the tarot. Okay, and this turned over, so I'm going to put that out there. And this also turned over in the deck. Anytime I see cards that have turned over in the deck, I take them. All right, because they want to be seen. All right, anything else, Holy Spirit, for our Divine Feminine Collective? Messages that you would like to relay, advice, reminders? All right, Holy Spirit, I am done. Reminder of who you are, Divine Feminines. You are 9 of Pentacles status, regal, beautiful, graceful. You look good and you smell good, damn it. And you are whole on your own, right? You're abundant on your own. On our own, we're abundant, right? When we have an addition in our life, right? Not somebody that completes you, that's bullshit. You should already come whole, or as pretty whole as you can possibly be, because you did the work, right, DFs? So that whole, oh, you complete me, that's bull crap, right? Somebody else coming into the picture that is also a Nine of Pentacles on their own would be preferable, right? And you become an addition to their life as well. And then you can have that Ten of Pentacles together and grow and all that other stuff. So, all right, let's see what landed down here. My. Oh. Okie dokie. What's up? I don't know where to put these, but anyway. All right, so let's go over these other cards. We've already gone over these cards right here, Divine Feminine. So I'm just going to scooch these over. All right. So we've got a King of Wands, right? Very passionate king, fire energy, right? Very passionate, good leader. Yeah, very passionate about everything that he does in life, whether that's in his private life or ruling his monarchy, right? Sometimes the king thinks a little too highly of themselves, right? And if not in a healthy in a healthy energy, could rely on using their actual wand more than their actual noggin, right? So somebody in the picture, as we know, Divine Feminines was the King of Wands. We know that they're now in Five of Swords energy because there's a lot of conflict and chaos and fighting and yada, 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 right? That created an imbalance in your lives together. And evidently they still got some issues because right now, you know that this is the state. This is probably the state that a lot of Divine Feminines were in. A lot of times when we were with the Divine Masculines, right? Nine of Swords, feeling depressed, anxious, having anxiety, you know, and conflict, chaos, and fighting. But now this is their energy, current energy, right? Yeah. And Magician is a being that is able to use all of the elements, water, air, fire, earth, to manifest whatever it is that they put their minds to, right? They're spiritually connected and they're able to manifest like magicians, right? In the reverse, it could be somebody who uses their spiritual gifts or their quote unquote magic for ill intent, right? Or it could be somebody who just can't manifest a fucking thing except conflict and chaos, right? Yeah. So magician upside down is never a good sign. And I just think that spirit is just trying to reiterate, Divine Feminines, this is where we came from. Hold on. Sorry for the interruption. But if the phone rings, I have to answer it. All right. So, yeah. So we've got this magician in reverse, which is never good. And then we've got, is this? Oh, okay. We've got the Ace of Wands, which is, new manifestations, new desires, new wants, could be the start of something new, and spirit will give you the nod that, hey, yeah, we're going to co-create and we're going to make this happen, right? But my God, it was in the reverse. What does that mean, right? Um, it means, I'm sorry. Okay, so then we had a Ace of Wands. I was telling you this is new manifestations, new ideas, new creativity, right? With the endorsement of spirit, but in the reverse, it's like no desire, just not, you know, basically manifesting anything. And then you've got, oh no, that's in the upright. Hold on. So yeah, this is poor choices, not manifesting what you're supposed to be manifesting, focusing on the wrong thing, you know, maybe not following through with things. This could also be like something disappointing that happened, being stuck, stuck and not being able to manifest what you're trying to manifest. So that's in the reverse. And this feels like just, like I said, a reminder of what we've gone through, because the divine masculine had too many options, right? Too many choices out there, and probably chose the snake in a goblet, instead of choosing their divine counterpart, right? And this is somebody who might, you know, be holding on to their coins right now, trying to save some money, trying to build for financial security. But in the reverse, this could be somebody who is lacking financial security, uh, lacking stability, right? Like, probably doesn't have anything in their pocket except for lint. Yeah, and we have heard all of these stories. This relates to all the stories that we've heard, that well, what's going on with the divine masculine right now. We don't want to get too deep into what's going on with them, but this is just a review of what the divine feminines have gone through. We now, this could go either two ways. This could be, we're all at different stages, right? Divine femme. So this, I know for me, a couple years ago, this was me in hermit mode, right? Trying to find my way, only having this little light to help me find my way, right? Communing with spirit, trying to get those downloads and understanding and everything. Trying to figure out all of this illusion that I had fallen for, illusions, lies, secrets, trying to sort through all of that the moon brings, right? When it came to the divine masculine, there was a lot of shit to sort out. Or this could be also the DM who is in hermit mode. In hermit mode, going over the atrocities that they created, right? With all of those choices. But, because when karma hits, it starts hitting you in the pocketbook. So, looks like divine femmes, whatever you guys are doing, keep doing it, keep ascending, because you got this Knight of Swords, right? That is keeping an eye on you. If you guys are no longer in communication, then they're keeping an eye on you in whatever way they can, whether it's stalking your Facebook page or whatever social media page. They would like to talk, but maybe they know talking is not an option right now. So they're still following what you're doing in your life. And why is that? Because they still consider the divine feminine the divine, their two of cups. They still consider divine feminine their two of cups. And there might be some divine feminines who still refer to their divine masculines as two of cups. And there may still be an option for some of them to reconnect and get back together, right? Depending on how heinous that tower fell, right? And uncovering all the lies, secrets, betrayals, and all that other stuff. Some people still may have a chance to get back together. And you guys see each other still as your two of cups, right? And it may just be in divine timing. And, you are definitely, I said the bottom, the hidden energy was divine feminine, showing as the 9 of Pentacles, somebody who is abundant on their own, right? They can take care of their own. And as well as the Queen of Pentacles as well. You may have your own business, but you're on the ball. You fry up the bacon in the pan, you bring it home, you pay for it, everything. You take care of what you need to take care of with no problem because you are abundant AF, divine feminines. All right, so that's enough for the tarot right now. I mean, that's the same old sad story that we keep hearing, but I wanted to throw some tarot on the table. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now we're going to get a couple of angel and ancestor cards. Holy Spirit, tuning in and tapping into the divine feminine collective. Holy Spirit, what messages would the angels and ancestors like to give the divine feminine collective, please, who have really spiritually awakened and, could not do this without their spirit team's guidance and their ancestors saying, oh, hell no. So Holy Spirit, what kind of angel and ancestor messages would you like? Whoa, hell no. Hold on, guys. I hate it when they go crashing on the floor. All right, let's try this again, Holy Spirit. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Can you please give me 1 or 2 angel or ancestor cards for our divine feminine collective, Holy Spirit? What messages would you like for them to know or have at this moment on their journey? Now, these cards, if they turn over in the deck, I like to take those. I'm not taking all of these. It's too many. Too many. I'll take that one. Actually, I'm just going to take the 3 that turned over. I'll get 3 of these and 3 of the angel cards. Okay? All right. All right, DFs. You have Shaolin Master. See how fierce this person looks? And they've got their, what is this thing called? A praying mantis, right? Reminds me of that old kung fu show. Yes, I'm showing my age, but yeah, grasapa. All right, so hold on. Let me tell you what that means. This book has them in the weirdest places. Like, what? Okay, 64. All right, here we go. All right, Divine Femme. Be graceful in movement and action. Slow and steady. Breathe and flow. Take a you know what? I really need my glasses. Take a gentler approach. Let me put on my readers. Freaking blind. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. The Shaolin Master calls forth the ninja within. Shaolin medicine is about learning to adapt to a situation and to tap into the energy running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right moment. It also teaches subtlety, because when you are too forceful, you use too much energy, and that may not be supportive of what you are working on. The Shaolin master, like a monk, has respect for all things. He is disciplined and guided by his art and will never use it to impress the foolish or to appear stronger than someone who is threatening him. You too are being invited to remain graceful in your movement, choices, and actions. That's beautiful. Summer. Let me see. Summer. There we go. Seasons. 142. 142. Where are you at, 142? One day. What? 142. Okay. Here we go. Summer. Some of you guys might have broken up in the summer. I know for me, we broke up in the summer. Or this could pertain to the summer that's coming up in 2023. I'm sorry. What the hell am I talking about? Summer that's coming up in the next few months. What the hell? Oh my God, my brain is scrambled. All right, rise up, bask in joy and light. Rise up, open your wings and shine, DFs. Bring your projects and plans out into the light, into manifestation. Yes, new moon in Pisces just started a few days ago. It's all about manifesting. Whatever it is you want, desire, need, whatever it is, write it down, put it under your pillow, write in your journal, write in a diary, write it on your mirror, recite it every day, whatever, however you need to manifest. Summer has always been recognized as a time for joy, for going on adventures and making memories. Flowers are in full bloom, animals are enjoying the freedom of the wild summer days and nights, and people are taking holidays, basking in the sunshine and being lifted energetically by the light and warmth. That's beautiful. This is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Divine Feminines, you've been working hard. You've been grinding, right? Like I said, you bring home the bacon, you fry it up in the pan, you take care of the kids, you do everything. We should have an S on our chest, right? And then we have mountains. Mountains, yes. We have scaled many, many a mountain, right? 128. Here we go, guys. Stand your ground, Divine Feminines. Hold firm to what you believe in or are focusing on, because it is absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. Mountains are strong and wise. They are rooted deep in the earth and reach high into the sky. They have been where they are for thousands of years, and they have been home to animals. They have been climbed by humans, and they have seen seasons come and go. But no matter what has happened to them, they have remained strong, immovable, unshakable. And so they offer the spiritual energies of strength and resilience, right? Mountain energy is powerful because it's firmly rooted in the great mother, Gaia, and reaches high to the great father, the sky, right? If you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. Divine Feminines, keep moving forward, keep ascending, keep awakening. And then I would like to give the Divine Feminines a few angel cards. Holy Spirit, using this angel guide deck, please, archangels and angel team, give our Divine Feminines a few messages that will touch their souls, right? Give them words of advice, encouragement, whatever it is that their soul calls for at this time, as they keep moving forward, as they keep listening to you, Holy Spirit, as they keep ascending, right? Growing, awakening. What do you need to tell the divine, oops, what do you need to tell the divine feminines, Holy Spirit? I just need one or two cards, please. What's going on for the divine feminine collective? What would you like to tell them, Holy Spirit? Do I need to choose? Whoa. Okay. This is a huge bunch right here. I'm not taking these. I'm taking the other ones. Okay. The hidden energy there is expect miracles. So, divine feminines, keep relying on spirit and expect miracles to happen. And the hidden energy here is eagle. Embody the eagle spirit, right? Eagles are strong, right? They're leaders, right? They're majestic and regal and protected. Right? We have blessings and abundance. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this earlier, right? Intuition and downloads, DFs. Beautiful. Let me tell you what the book says about them. Beautiful illustrations on both sets of these oracle decks. A light of blessings and abundance is being wrapped around you now, and your angels want you to know, divine femmes, that they are supporting you. They're encouraging you to trust in your intuition and any other guidance you are receiving at this time, as it will lead you towards tremendous growth and fulfillment. Many blessings are being showered upon your present situation, whatever that situation is. If you have not yet experienced them, know that they will be revealed and shared in the perfect time, space, sequence. All the doors to abundance are now being opened to you. Angel wisdom is encouraging you to begin counting your blessings. Then you will be open to receiving even more of them. That is so beautiful. Blessings and abundance. And in the tarot deck, I said you are the 9 of Pentacles. You are the Queen of Pentacles, abundant like a mofo, right? Right. As we rise, continue to rise up to Empresshood. Male or female, it doesn't matter. It's the energy. This is saying that spirit supports you. They will continue to encourage you and guide you. So keep manifesting, all right? And it will all be revealed in time. Intuition and downloads. Here we go. Hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, and having the sense that beings are visiting you in your sleep are all signs that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Divine Feminines, when you draw this card, your angels want you to know that the feelings you're having and the intuition and the intuitive urges that you have been feeling are divinely inspired. If you feel that you've been having psychic insights into a particular situation and have been wondering if you can trust them, this card is reassuring you that they are indeed correct. This is a time when you are able to see, hear, and feel beyond the human senses. Your intuition is becoming stronger, and you are in touch with angels, guides, and other divine beings who are encouraging your growth and connection to the universe. Why? Because divine feminines, you are light workers. This means that you have the capacity to bring light to the earth through your presence and purpose. How beautiful. So divine feminines of the world, my hat's off to you. Keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing, keep growing as spirits, right? This divine masculine debacle, it didn't stop our grind. It didn't stop us from, learning more about ourselves and growing as spirits and ascending as spirits, right? It was probably the best thing that's ever happened to a lot of us, right? Because to be honest, a lot of the divine masculines were really blocking the divine feminine's journey. It's either divine masculines said, yes, divine feminine, we will work together in union to move forward and ascend, or hey, divine feminine, you know what? I think I'm just going to go over this way. I'm not ready for this right now. But the divine feminines of the world kept going forward, right? So my hats are off to you guys. The light in me shines very brightly into the light of you. Divine feminines, keep doing what you're doing, sending you love and light and compassion, right? And don't forget to be compassionate with yourselves. Until we meet again, namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'm Tracy, Ascension 225 Tarot and Oracle. Come back and visit me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon, okay? Ciao.